Shih Li, Fan Jiaoshan, a native of Qingzhou province, made his living selling calligraphy brushes and did not return from his business activities. In April, his wife, He, was killed at night in her home alone. On the night of the accident, a fan with the title poem was found in the mud at the scene of the accident, which was given to Wu by Wang Sheng. Wang Sheng, who is unknown, Wu Feiqing, is a family of Yinqi in Yidu City who knows Fan Jiaoshan of Tanji. Wu Feiqing is flirty and frivolous in his daily life, so when people in his hometown saw this fan, they thought he had killed him. The county clerk arrested him for interrogation, which he did not confess, and when he confessed to the harrowing execution, he was convicted. The case was sent to the Fuyuri, which then moved to the county, where it went through more than a dozen judges, none of whom contested it. Believing himself to be dead, Mr. Wu instructed his wife to take out all the property in the family and help the lonely. Once I read a Buddhist prayer 1,000 times in front of his house. I gave him a pair of cotton pants. So his door came and went, like a bazaar every day. The sound of reciting the Buddhist scriptures can be heard from more than 10 miles away. As a result, the family quickly became poor and was left to live on, selling off their land every day. Feeling desperate for his life, Mr. Wu secretly bought his guards, poisoned wine, and tried to kill himself. Don't die, he was told by the goddess at night. In the past, you were an outsider. Now, you are a millionaire. Go back to sleep. Dreaming about these words again, and he didn't kill himself. Soon after, Zhou Yuanliang started replenishing the Haifeng Road in Qingzhou, Shandong province. When he read about the case of Wu's Weiqing, a prisoner, he felt that the trial had been negligent, and asked, "What is the smoking gun for Wu's Weiqing to kill someone?" Fan says there's a fan. Zhou Daotai looked at the fan again and again, and asked, "Who is Wang Sheng?" The answer is no, Mr. Zhou took out the interrogation transcript again, and immediately ordered that Mr. Wu's death sentence be removed, and that he be transferred from the inside of a felon to the outside of a warehouse where minor prisoners are held. Do you want to kill someone, or do you want to get the satisfaction of a real enemy? Mr. Chu said angrily. Zhou Daotai was suspected of having a personal relationship with Wu Feiqing, and was not daring to ask questions. Mr. Chu threw a red sign, and immediately arrested the owner of a shop in the south. The owner was scared, for some reason. After the arrest, Mr. Zhou asked, "When was the inscription by Li Shuke of Danjiwan written on the wall of your store?" It was 2 or 3 shows from Rizhao County that got drunk when the college students came to Qingzhou Prefecture for the examination last year, but they don't know where they live, the answer reads. Zhou Daotai sent people to Rizhao to arrest Li Shuke. Miss Li was escorted days later. Mr. Chu, speaking in the lobby, asked, "If you're a talent, why do you murder people?" Mr. Li kneeled and kowtowed, overwhelmed and appalled, saying, "There is no such thing." Mr. Chu hurled a fan in front of him, letting him see it for himself, saying, "This is a poem you wrote. Why fake thou Wang Sheng?" After examining the poems, Li Shuke said, "I wrote the poems, but I didn't write the words." Zhou Daotai asked, "Since he knows your poem, of course he is your friend. So who wrote it?" Li said, "It seems that this handwriting was written by Wang Zuo of Yizhou Prefecture." Mr. Chao immediately sent a medic to Yizhou State House to arrest Mr. Wang. Mr. Wang was taken to court and interrogated by Mr. Chao in the same way as Mr. Li. Wang Zuo said, "This was written by Jiang Cheng, a railway merchant in Yidu City, who asked me to say that Wang Sheng is his cousin." Zhou Daotai said, "The thief is here. Arrest Jiang Cheng, he confesses to them all at first trial." It turned out that Jiang Cheng saw he's beautiful and wanted to seduce her, but was afraid she wouldn't agree. "If I want to do this, I must use the golden cicadas to get rid of the shell. If I ask Wuxin Qing to do this, I will be sure that people will believe it. So I ask Wuxin Qing to do this. If things go well, he will give his name to He, and if there is more grinding in the middle, he will use this fan as evidence to implicate Wuhai Commissioner, and he did not intend to kill He. Jiang Cheng went through the wall and chased Shih. He lives alone, and usually keeps a knife close to him, just in case. This time, she senses a villain, and catches Mr. Jiang's clothes. Fearful, Jiang Cheng grabs the knife from his hand. But he pulls his clothes hard, so Jiang Cheng cannot escape, and calls loudly. Jiang Cheng was too embarrassed to do so, so he raised a knife and killed her, threw a fan and ran away. After 3 years of wrongful imprisonment, Zhou Daotai's case will be seen as a case of God. When Wu Fei King was here, Fang Wushen said that Li Bianji was a Zhou word. However, it is still not clear why Mr. Zhou's case was so terminated. Later, Gentleman and Yuta Cheng took an opportunity to ask Mr. Zhou about the incident. "It's easy to see through this case, Mr. Zhou said with a laugh. "I've been going through the trial transcripts of this case, which Hoshi was killed in early April. On this night, it was drizzly again, the weather was chilly, fans were not desperately needed, where, in the rush to carry the extra burden, the killer's intent to incriminate someone else is obvious. When I was sheltering in the south of town, I saw an inscription on the wall that was exactly the same as the inscription on the fan. So I initially made an unfounded guess about Li Shuke, and it turned out that this clue was the one that dug out the real murderer. The people in the room heard me. I'm impressed."
Alright, this story has come to an end. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you.